Do you ever feel like you're getting caught up in your overcommitted life and your day-to-day routines and the stress of taking care of your aging parent that you feel like you just might have lost that heart connection that you used to have with them? Well, today I'm going to challenge you to reconnect with your parent. You're going to be so glad that you spent the time to do it. Come on, let's go. Hi there, I'm Sophia. Welcome to another episode. I make weekly videos to help family caregivers navigate the resources, the options, and all the ups and downs that go along with aging family care. I really want the very best outcomes for both you and your parent, so go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss a thing. One of my viewers left the nicest comment that really made me start to think and inspired me to make this video. Road Truck Ralph commented on my video about my experiences in applying for the VA's Aid and Attendant program for my father. In his comment, Ralph voiced appreciation for the World War II veterans who were still out there among us, and his last line was, "Tell your father thank you for his service." Well, being the obedient girl that I am, I picked up the phone and I called my dad and I read him Ralph's comment, which said in part, "We are so blessed to have people like your father who raised his right hand and essentially said, 'I'll do it, I'll go.'" And it ended with, "Thank your dad for his service." My dad was so happy and his reply was, "I always like it when somebody notices me." And that just kind of broke my heart a little bit to realize how unnoticed he felt much of the time. Especially now during COVID-19 when many of our parents are isolated away from family, or we're so busy with our routines and day-to-day lives that we forget to notice them. I mean, really notice them. They might be feeling forgotten or abandoned or unimportant a lot of the time, and it goes unrecognized. And I am totally not blaming anyone right now because I am guilty of this also. I have not gotten to hold my dad or give him a hug for about 5.5 months now, except last week in the ER again. So I took that opportunity to try to connect. So starting right now, I'm going to challenge myself, and I'm going to challenge you too, to try to notice our parents a little bit more, to connect to them just a little bit more, to make them feel important, loved, and noticed. Here's just a couple of ideas to try out, but I'm sure you'll think of others. Take some time to just relax with your parent. I mean, sit with them face to face, knee to knee, and look directly in their eyes. I don't think we do this nearly enough with anyone in our life. Look at them in the eye and tell them something from your heart, what you're thankful for, something that you're glad about. For me, my dad was a once-a-year kind of dad for most of my life. So in that ER, I told him how happy I was that he decided to move closer to me a few years ago. And that way, I feel like I'm really getting to know him, and that finally he's getting to know me as a person, and how happy I was about that. If you're far away from your parent or they're in a facility, try writing your parent a love letter. I'm really serious. Write about your childhood memories or things that you appreciated that they did for you. Or take the opportunity to say you're sorry for something. If you're with your parent more often, then ask them about their childhood to try to connect with them. Ask about their friends and the stories about their brothers and sisters and the jobs they had. Even if you've heard them 100 times before, ask them again, but this time, sit down with your full attention and interest. You just might hear something that you've never heard before. Go on Google Maps and find the school they went to or the old house they grew up in. Take a street view tour of their old neighborhood. I did this with my dad, and it turned into a whole slew of fabulous stories about his childhood friends and his battle axe school teacher, and even about his first kiss with a girl whose sister had a wooden eye. You never know what you're gonna get. Just say "I love you" out of the blue, or give them a peck on the cheek when they least expect it, or at least say "I really liked it when ... What I'm getting at is that we need to be realistic. Our parents may not be here for much longer. But it doesn't have to be all doom and gloom. Take time to celebrate their lives in little ways, to notice them, to connect with them, or to reconnect with them. Say the things that you might regret later on if you don't say them now. I just want to thank Road Trek Ralph for inspiring this challenge. And if you're going to take the challenge, then give this video a thumbs up and leave me a note below about how you're going to notice your parent. Have a really great week, and I'll see you next time.